Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. We are continuing our human design series where we go through the aura types. So, if you are a manifesting generator, this is your video to learn more about your type as a whole and how your energy best operates in the world. First, a little bit of background on what human design is. Human design is a powerful tool that can be used for both divinatory and self actualization purposes, and it can assist us as we take that ceaseless journey towards our own self discovery. It ultimately holds us accountable both for our shortcomings in life and where we shine our natural gifts. When it's applied in our lifetimes, it can truly act as a built in navigation system to help align us to our most authentic joy through our most authentic being. It blends the practices of both modern and ancient sciences, which include the I Ching, Western and Vedic astrology, the Kabbalah, the chakra system, and Myers Briggs. And by offering insights on all of these different avenues from these sciences, it can truly be a driver and a catalyst for transformation in your life when the knowledge is applied. Because human design isn't knowledge just to be obtained for knowledge's sake, it truly is designed for you to live your design. It's designed to teach you how you can best utilize your energy to make the most out of your life. But the only caveat is you have to be ready to take the responsibility to take your power back and put this knowledge into action. And that's why the main focal point of human design is the experiment. It's meant to be utilized as an experiment. So, as you play around with your type and your authority and listen to your inner guidance system, you'll find that the experiment of human design is slowly bringing you towards more alignment with every single step that you take. And with all of that said, it's important to note that human design isn't a religion or a dogma. It's more of a metaphysical science. So if you do follow some sort of religion or spirituality, you can still follow those and use human design in congruence with that practice. And if you want to dive deep into the history of human design, I have a post on my Patreon, which is linked in my bio below. So go ahead and check that out if you do want some more information. But for now, let's get into manifesting generators. So, manifesting generators make up about 33% of the world's population, myself included, and I personally have been in my human design experiment for about 2 years. So, I'm a little bit familiar with how our energy operates and how we can best listen to the messages that come through our bodies. Because that's another key point to make. Human design teaches us how we can listen to our bodies rather than being sat in our minds. And the things to look out for in your chart that make you a manifesting generator is a defined sacral center with at least one connection from any of your motor centers to the throat center. And the motor centers are the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, and the heart center. And it's exactly that connection to the throat which differentiates manifesting generators from pure generators. And that's because that connection to the throat allows manifesting generators to inform and have a little bit of that same initiatory energy behind their words that manifestors do. So the difference there is while generators are simply designed to only respond to their environments, manifesting generators are designed to inform on what they are responding to. And with that said, manifesting generators have the combined energy of manifestors and generators in their design, which makes them kind of a unique powerhouse with how their energy is expressed. And unlike pure generators, they really have the ability to take their own ideas and bring them into life with the energy behind their action. So if you are a manifesting generator, it might be worth it to go back and check out my videos for both generators and manifestors, just so you can get an idea of how their types work in relation to your own. And similar to generators, manifesting generators have a magnetic, expansive aura, which helps them bring in any people or situation or opportunity or career, anything they need, they are able to bring that energy to them to help bring it to their environment to respond to then inform and initiate that action in their lives. And like manifestors, of course, they have the ability to initiate once they have something to respond to. It's important for manifesting generators to learn how to differentiate how their sacral talks to them because their sacral will give them those gut reaction in the exact moment they need it and let them know the most opportune moment to go after something. So, as a manifesting generator, the most important thing you can do for yourself and your own alignment is learn how to listen to your sacral. If you do learn how to differentiate how your sacral speaks to you versus how your mind does, and you learn how to act on those sacral responses and initiate when it's time, you can truly become a powerhouse in taking your own power back in your lifetime. And this all only leads to genuine, authentic success, which aligns to who you are on the inside. Ultimately, the key to making this work is to be fully submersed in the present moment at all times for manifesting generators. Manifesting generators are meant to exist solely in the present moment because it is in the present moment that the sacral responds to us and gives us those hints of where to go next. So if you're trapped in your mind and focusing too much on the past or too much on the future or lost in depression or anxiety or anything else, you're missing the key points that your sacral is trying to guide you towards. So if you are prone to escapism or anything that brings you out of the present moment and feeling what needs to be felt in the present moment, it'd be best to bring that to your awareness and try to make sure taking little baby steps to bring yourself back into the present moment, no matter how weird or icky it may feel then, because you move fast. So anything that does feel weird or icky in your body, it will be gone very quickly if you just acknowledge it and feel it and let it flow through you. And on that note, manifesting generators are also nonlinear beings. So you might be feeling something in your body that's actually from 18 years ago that's just deciding to come up now because now is the opportune moment to feel it and release it. And going along with that, being a nonlinear being means you are supposed to be messy. You are supposed to be all over the place. Your energy is supposed to be combustive in the best way. You may feel like your energy wants to go 18 different directions at once, or you may feel like if you're starting a business, you want it to be for this and this and this and this and this, not just one thing. And you are right. You are multi-passionate. You are expansive. And you are here on this earth to show people that it's possible to do all of the things that your heart wants to do in this lifetime. So the best thing you can do to yourself is not limit your passions. Don't limit the ways your energy wants to go and follow your sacral towards where it wants to go in that moment. Because you might be going this direction one day, this direction the next, or even hour by hour, it could be different, but it is exactly the right way you need to go. The greatest thing you can do is trust that direction that your sacral is guiding you towards. And again, day by day, minute by minute, your mind can change and it's supposed to change. So don't feel guilty if you've been going down this path and then all of a sudden you want to do a 180 and pivot and go the opposite direction. It's because that is what you were supposed to be doing in that moment. Those are the lessons you're supposed to be learning in that moment. And it's all wisdom that you're acquiring to help you move forward. But the only way you're going to be able to tap into that wisdom and know when it's time to change direction is if you are in the present moment and if you're allowing your sacral to speak to you and if you're responding to those sacral nudges. It's when you don't acknowledge or trust or respond to those sacral nudges that you'll be knocked out of alignment. And when you're knocked out of alignment, you'll likely experience what we call the not self theme in human design. And for manifesting generators, it's a combination of generators and manifestors, which means your not self themes will be anger and frustration. And ultimately, most of the time when manifesting generators are feeling either anger or frustration, it's because they are trying to force themselves to finish a project or keep going down a certain path that they can feel in their gut is no longer resonant for them. It's when they don't allow themselves to pivot and be messy and turn around and go 18 different directions that they'll feel that anger and frustration. And they could be wondering, why am I feeling this way? Because they think society has taught them that you are supposed to pick one thing, go down that path, and never astray. So if you're trying to force yourself into that box that society tells us we need to fit in, when you're not meant to be in that box, you're not meant to go down one path, you will feel like you will feel like you want to get out of your body because your body is trying to speak to you and you're not listening to it. And your body is like, hello, like, what are we doing here? Let's get back on our path, which is everywhere. It's not just this one path. Our path is not singular. Our path is expansive. So when we don't allow ourselves to break free and be open and pivot and do new things and try everything, that's when we are limiting ourselves. And that's when we knock ourselves into that anger and frustration. So even if one day you feel so incredibly passionate about this one thing, you're like, I'm going to do this forever. It's amazing, blah, 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 blah. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, actually, I don't want to do that anymore. I have been victim of this with different hobbies that I want to try out. I will spend $300 on paints and really nice paintbrushes and touch it maybe once a year. But the one time a year that I do touch it, it becomes a masterpiece. And luckily, anger and frustration are two emotions that are so easily identifiable, and they can be used as a guiding post that says, okay, maybe I've stuck with this one thing for too long. Let's listen to my sacral now to see where I should go from here. Another way anger and frustration can come up for manifesting generators is if you say yes to something just because you have the energy to do it, not because you feel passionately connected to it. Like generators, manifesting generators, once they start something, they feel like they have to see it through to the end. They feel like their energy will be best expressed if they do this project and finish it. And when we're in alignment, we can start and finish a project, but we might go 18 different directions until we get to that finish line. But it's when we try to force ourselves to sit down and do one thing, stick to it, and go for it. And going along with that, maybe our friends or family or loved ones need help with something. And it's just something, you don't want to be a jerk about it. And you have boundless energy to do anything in the world. So you think, I'll do this because I have the energy to, and I don't want them to bear the burden. But you're actually doing both of yourselves a disservice in that, because you're doing something that's out of alignment for you, that's going to ultimately drain that sacral energy that you have to drive yourself forward towards what you're passionate about. And when you keep doing things just because you have the energy, or you keep doing things to people please, you're knocking yourself out of alignment, and you can actually be prone to depression and just feeling like life is boring and not worth it, because you're not doing anything that excites you. You're not doing the things that light you up. So this is not to say you shouldn't help your friends and family at all. If you have the energy for it and you love them, you want to do it. If it's going to be quick, just get it over with and then knock yourself back into alignment. But be very, very wary about people pleasing and just doing things because you have the energy for it. Because after a while, you're not going to have the energy to do anything until you take that rest, reconnect with your sacral, and let your sacral guide you where it needs to go. Again, manifesting generators are nonlinear beings, so they need the flexibility to pivot and go where their energy wants them to go in every single moment. The worst thing you can do to yourself is continue to take on tasks that don't align to you, that don't fuel you with that ultimate excitement for life and passion. Because, like generators, when you guys are connected to your passions and your excitement and following that excitement towards what best aligns for you, you're inspiring everybody around you. Your excited, passionate energy helps to lift the people around you up. So if you're taking on too many things that don't light you up, that don't fuel that passion, your energy is depleting, and the people around you can feel that as well. You have contagious energy. So it's important to utilize that for your advantage, because your advantage is also the advantage of everybody around you. Don't feel guilty for saying no to what does not align to you and what does not light you up, because you saying no is helping you connect with what you want to say yes to, which brings the energy up all around. And so, of course, the opposite of the not self theme is what we feel when we're in alignment, which is what we call the signature theme. And for manifesting generators, those signature themes are peace and satisfaction. And once manifesting generators allow themselves to shift with the tides and go with the flow and follow their energy no matter what direction it takes them, without feeling guilty or questioning or trying to push for some sort of societal standard of success, that's when they're connected to these signature themes. And again, manifesting generators have boundless energy. They wake up with an extreme amount of energy every day because it's that sacral guiding them. And they are meant to chase their passions and work, 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 do, initiate, respond, inform, all of that. So at the very end of the day, all of that sacral energy has been used up, and they can fall asleep feeling like they did a good job and feeling that satisfaction of working towards their passions day in and day out. Manifesting generators are here on earth to be excited about life, to follow that excitement towards their ultimate goals. And ultimately, peace feels like, once you're feeling in that energy of peace, it feels like a natural state. It feels like how you're supposed to feel all the time. And the peace goes along with that excitement. So it's a little bit of a it's a little bit more difficult to like understand what peace is, because when you're at peace and in alignment, you're actually excited. So they can kind of go hand in hand in that. As long as you are also feeling that satisfaction and feeling that excitement and feeling that peace, and you're straying away from energy, that anything that causes your energy to feel that anger or frustration, that's how you know you're in alignment. So I almost think it's more important to bring the anger and frustration to your awareness as a guiding post to get back into alignment. And then don't even worry about, am I feeling my signature theme? Because you will just feel it. You'll be so engulfed in the present moment. You won't have to think about feeling it. You'll just be feeling it. So again, use your awareness to to understand the triggers of anger and frustration to bring you back towards that peace and satisfaction. And once you're in that peace and satisfaction, just ride the wave wherever it wants to take you. Manifesting generators, we are here to be lit up by the work we do. We are here to follow our passions, because us following our passions and following that excitement ultimately help keep the world spinning. We are able to put our energy towards work that we love. And by doing the work that we love, we become masters of that work we love. And that's the thing. Because we are meant to be multi-passionate, we can become masters in so many different avenues. We can be business owners that have 18 different businesses that are all extremely successful because we put our energy where it needs to go, when it needs to go to keep that business running. I'm here to tell you that whatever society tells you success is, throw that away, because what success looks like to a manifesting generator is completely different than what we've been taught from a very young age. Success is how you define it. Success for you is supposed to be messy. It's supposed to look crazy from the outside perspective. And maybe it is a little bit crazy, but your crazy is what drives you. Your crazy is the excitement that you feel every day. It's gonna look wacky to other people, but as long as you are in alignment and allowing yourself the flexibility to move where your energy needs to go, you are going to find your ultimate success. And again, your ultimate success, your excitement helps to keep the energy of others raised and connected to their own alignment as well. Manifesting generators, we are superheroes. So it's time to start listening to those sacral urges. Follow those sacral urges towards your ultimate fulfillment. It is possible, and you have both the energy and the initiatory action to make your dreams a reality. So start tapping in. You have power. I believe in you guys.